Warning. The following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Well, hello everyone. It is me, Scott here. Hopefully, I will have my partner in crime, my co-host, Mr. Christopher Webb, joining me here shortly, sometime soon. I know we had pretty much decided to do this at the last minute, but then again, doesn't really matter. It seems like sometimes the last minute live streams tend to work out for the best, and this would be, technically speaking, the first live stream for Meet Us in the Man Cave's Sounds and Spirits. So I thought, as Chris suggested, that we try to go for it tonight. I'm like, what the hell? So thankfully, we're able to get this going over here in Sounds and Spirit, as small as this channel is. And right now I'm hoping we get a person right now who's joining us in the chat rooms right here. It looks like I've got a jackass. The guy says Jack. Oh, here we go. Looks like we got Chris joining us now. There he is. Chris just joined us just right as we got going, so I can pretend that. Is there any echo going on your end there?
I don't believe so.
Okay, cool. I just technically just started, so
right.
All right, cool. And I'm going to pretend that you know what, folks? Just pretend you didn't hear me say anything for the past 1 minute and 10 seconds. If it'll play. If it will play.
So classy.
Yes, it is. I wanted to have, I don't know. I was just trying to think of something there that states the obvious.
He said, we gotta class this bitch up a little bit.
That's right. I mean, for the first time, I'm doing a live stream here at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do more of a Sounds and Spirits, I've already did some post videos and to my left. Figure, you know what? What the hell? Let's get out and here I am. Our first live stream video. I might as well make some familiar territory, I guess you could say.
Yeah, if there's some people that used to watch the bar downstairs, I mean, they might be rather nostalgic right now. Seeing that whole setup there.
I'm using my phone right now. Yeah, I'm using the phone as a camera right now. So if anybody wants to call, forget about it. Forget about it. I'm not going to respond. Just forget about it. And let me see if this is. I've stated it so many times to where I'm almost legally blind. And this screen right now, I swear to God, I read this out loud as jackass. This comment right here.
Hey, I mean, I'm sure. Hey.
Yeah, I need glasses so bad. So bad. You know, the last time I had a pair of glasses, you know what, the hell with that? Who gives a shit? Because we're live right here on Sounds and Spirits, our very first live stream. And I'll get into a little bit more about what this is all about. So, Chris, how the hell you been? I know it's been a month since we last spoke.
Pretty good. I was enjoying my my little break, my little time off here, and then sure enough, fucking wake up on the last day of my break, about to go back to work tomorrow, and our furnace is fucking broken. So I've been trying to figure that out all day.
Yeah,
so I've been out there with the multimeter trying to gauge shit, and then everything I could track down was saying that it was okay. So Andy, our kind of we call him in like all the time, like any electrical issues we have or whatever that I can't solve on my own. I just have him come over. He's an electrician, good dude, but he's he came over and he's pretty much saying the same thing. He narrowed it down to I think the circuit board went out for some reason, but whatever. The fuck ever,
Yeah.
Not even surprised. On that note, it's time to start some beverages.
Yeah. I really have. You know what? I'm trying to filter my thoughts right now. And you know what?
What the fuck you drinking?
Yeah. So the heavy hitter tonight's gonna be Knob Creek 18. Fucking solid pour, and then our beer got one called Maple Warlock.
Oh.
Yeah, by Southern Tier. Imperial Pumpkin Stout. Should be pretty good. Oh, that Knob Creek is so good, though. Let me pop this.
I'm reading this comment right here. Oz on the Antique 107 on the shelf behind you. I feel like an idiot because I'm like
Weller. The one I bought you? Yeah, there you go. That 107.
I swear to God, you guys, you're reading. Well, just pretend. Hold on. We'll just one at a time. So, talk a little bit more about what you got going on there, because I think it's kind of important with the Knob Hill as well.
Knob Creek. Oh, this thing is dark.
Cut. I might as well just go to bed now. Knob Creek, Knob.
We're live, man. Damn, that tastes like a maple covered waffle. That's really good. Yeah. What can we say about Antique 107? Pretty much.
I still have some Crowns maple. It's just, yeah. I know you can't get any more, but waffle syrup
wants that 107, and I really felt like Scott needed to have it on his bar. So I got several that I keep behind the bar there, down in the bottom section. I just buy them whenever I see them because they're kind of like the gold standard. Some of these people that want to trade like high-end bottles, what they'll do is they'll ask for like, four Antique 107s. They'll ask for 4 of those bottles instead of cash because they can just use it and trade it for anything.
Well, the thing of it is, I had a few ideas that ran across my mind. I'm like, you know what? I need to keep this simple tonight. It's probably a good thing because I'm just train wrecking everything left and right. So I thought, being a special occasion, with this being the first live stream, and I'm like, I'll just, like you were with the Knob and with the Wellers, I figured, you know what? Instead of trying to do a blind, I was going to put labels on it. I'm like, you know what? You're just going to have a train wreck. So let's just keep it simple and have a special occasion. Well, I will, for the first time, open this up over here.
Listen to that.
And
I've not had a single one of those that ever let me down. That is just a consistent bottle.
I'm going to let it breathe a little bit. And then, of course, I thought, being the first live stream and the last time we were like and I'm like, you know what? I'm really craving a Guinness. So I'm going with the Guinness tonight, at least for that. It's been a while.
Nice. Guinness is hard to beat.
That, and I can't find Heineken Light again all of a sudden, so I got to go with something that's not going to let me down. kind of weird to have a refrigerator right here. Man, I mean, this is almost set up perfectly for this sort of thing. Got a refrigerator to my right, a bottle opener right here that I don't hardly ever use.
Yeah.
I mean, I did
Nice and bright.
Yeah, it's actually one little light that I have it hitting the ceiling so it'll bounce down. And then, of course, these little lights here. Yep, one little light. That's it. So, how was the that 21-year-old age yet that you have you opened it? I mean, I know I'm kind of like going in circles here.
Nope. No, that's for us to experience together.
Wow, it's been a while since we've had 19 gardens, and it's here, on a small channel. I attempted to open a bottle of wine. Well, you might as well. So you're still going to wait. I thought I was kind of feeling like, you know what, he may just, especially after you were telling the furnace story, right? Oh God, that's an F word I do not like.
No, I want to be in a good mood when I open that 21. I want it to be an experience. I don't want to have something in the back of my head I'm just fucking really mad about.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
But this is right up there with it. This 18 is no joke either. But I'll wait. Man,
well, maybe I needed to open this up tonight because it was technically a birthday present from Chris. Almost 6 months later.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, behind me, since we're all on the subject matter of everything, I have this bottle of tequila right up here on the shelf. I know it's kind of, well, my eyes made it clear, sucks. But this bottle of tequila right here, be very, very careful. I've never opened this, and it is over 25 years old. And it's Cabo Wabo, Sammy Hagar's when he first started Cabo Wabo. So this is like the original bottle, the design. In fact, I still have the even little tag that I've kept with it.
Yeah, you got to save that one.
Yeah. Because I got other bottles to the left of it. And didn't even turn the light on. Oh, well, I'm not going to take any chances reaching back there. But now I know I've had some of this before over at your place. And like he said, he has literally you can't see. It wouldn't matter anyways. But imagine you were at that bar right now where he's at. And if there's shelves underneath, and he has probably just as much stuff stocked down there as the Boca that you see behind him.
I was counting through one time between all the ones on the shelves back there,
yes,
the ones down below and the ones up in the loft, like there's like around 250, I think.
Well, at least you have 250 bottles that are
it's a little ridiculous.
Counting. Well, I've been there. I mean, I've had 306. I'll never forget 306 bottles of liquor, but not all of it was, some of it were mixes and just shit. I was probably just as much sugar in some of them than there is the good stuff. But yeah, I had 306, and it was literally at the bar downstairs at that time where the back bar was about twice the size of this thing right here. And yeah, I told myself this is ridiculous because I wasn't drinking hell, here's one of my original bottles I've had for such a long time. Red rum. it's rum.
That's just a cool bottle though.
It is. And got a fire extinguisher. That is
it's always good.
It's actually vodka. So yeah, I've never opened this puppy. Gee, I wonder why. But yeah, you're probably already kind of remembering certain bottles or certain let's see, you've had your bar now up for what, about 2 years? Let's say 2 years going.
Yeah, we're going on 2 years.
Yeah, I'm quite sure you're going to have like a certain bottle or maybe a half a dozen. You're going to like, oh God, I remember when I got this when I first started doing this ordeal.
I do.
Ooh.
I do. And that's all when you first get into the bourbon thing, that's all you hear about is just Weller. It's like when you first get into Michael Myers, the independent scene. I mean, it's nag JC. That Weller's pretty much exactly that.
That store in Tip City, it seems like they have a box of Wellers right there by the cashier and the door. I've gone in there 3 times and I see a box of some Wellers sitting right up there.
Green label?
I think so.
That green label is fucking everywhere now. I mean, we got a lot of it in Ohio. But that red, buddy, the red, the white, the orange, the blue, pretty much everything but the green is fucking almost impossible to get.
I got a list that I download from my searching for some Irish whiskeys and all that, and shit, my phone's right there. Hello. I had that on the phone, and
it's not there to help you.
It's not there to help me, and I it's great because when I go into places, I'll have that list right there. And there was one particular, of course, it says the name of the whiskey and a rare find. I'm thinking, okay, good. So I'm going to be tempted to look for it every time I go somewhere. But I don't have the list. I mean, I have my computer, but
you see Jack's comment?
Let's put that up there.
Shit.
Back in 2000, I consistently was able to get, oh my God.
All day, every day. It's about $90 to $100 now. You can't find it less than that.
Well, it's so funny. Okay, think of Cabo Wabo, right? Mm-hmm. This bottle right here, this was like $80. Now you can get it like for $40.
Is it the Anejo?
Yes. And it's because Sky Vodka, they own, I think, the majority shares of Cabo Wabo right now. And something that I fear that they're not using the same whole ingredients that they did in the beginning. I it's not that I've gone around year after year after year, seeing if there's been a change, but I wouldn't be surprised because let's face it, this is more being produced on an assembly line with so many other brands out there. And I remember being 80 some bucks. Now it's like 40. So it's kind of the opposite issue, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah.
Well, what's a good? I mean, I can sit here and talk liquor all day long, but what's a good topic to segue into here? I don't know if we had a real direction we were going to head into with this live. We're just trying to be more present, right?
Yeah, I think if anything, if anybody who's just catching up to this is watching right now, or maybe they'll watch it in the near future, the general idea. You guys have probably been quite used to this already. Meet in the Man Cave, where we have, I would say 65% of the time, maybe I'm off on that, Chris, where we've tried to focus on the horror related stuff. And, but there was the concept of the horror, the of course, cars, music, random shit. And then because of the YouTube, their algorithm, and the way they tell you, focus on one thing, niche down, which just kind of sucks because, it's like they're telling you, okay, this is the only thing you're allowed to talk about. Find out what you want to talk about and stick to that. How on earth can we as people just talk about one fucking thing?
We can't. Especially not two fucking interesting guys such as ourselves. That's just not going to happen.
And the world doesn't know us. And if they did, we could end up being like 2 other individuals that started a podcast and then all of a sudden they just quit. They could talk about anything they wanted because people knew them. But as the world turns, not a lot of people know us. So we have to niche down. So why not try to beat the system and take the original Meets in the Man Cave, where we do try to give you that are itching to hear about Myers or horror related stuff and a few other items that's related to what, turns us on other than issues that are our furnace issues. And then we decided, well, why the hell don't we take the other passions with the adult spirits and music, which really I think a lot of us can relate, kind of goes hand in hand, like you're sitting at a bar, having your drink, sitting around with your friends or your family. You're talking about whatever. And let's face it, music is so fun to talk about because I think so many of us can relate to music. It's what, I don't know, saves your soul most of the damn time, or what speaks to your soul. It seems like that's the one thing that we can all relate to, whether it's a genre from classic rock to hip hop. You don't fight over it. You just, maybe you appreciate the other person's music that they love.
Hopefully, because if not, I mean, if you're not open-minded about shit, you can miss out on some great music that you may never have known about.
Exactly. The stories that they tell, the songwriters, the artists, it may be in a format that you're not used to listening to, but maybe you hear something. Let's say you're like me, who's grown up on rock and roll mostly. And then you hear from, let's say, a hip hop artist that's telling a story, and maybe it resonates with you. Like, wow, maybe it takes me back to those record days, Chris, going to a record store and maybe you're listening to something where somebody says, hey, I like this.
I'll preach that until I die. I'll preach that until I die. I missed him. I actually just went by that Huber Heights store. What was it? I think it was Wednesday. I went over there. Had a good time in there. I was looking for a bunch of figures, of course, because I'm a big figure fan. But I ended up finding that DMX album that I said I was going to get, and went ahead and picked it up.
Yeah, every time I go in there, I see some of those sitting in there, and I'm like, I know he's got it, and so I'm glad you did that. Because at least you went ahead and did it for yourself. That place is so cool. Oh my God, it'd be cool to do, just to take a camera in there, talk to the guy and say, hey, do you mind if do a video in here and just kind of show your stuff? And that'd be so cool. Oh, you know what? That's ding, ding, ding. I would try that sometime.
I can't understand why they'd say no.
Because that guy has. All right, let's say you're into the same stuff too, where you like to collect, or okay, you love your music, whether it's on vinyl, CD, or cassette. Are the action figures, masks? They've got masks up on the shelves. Pretty much everything is geek out on. This store, you really don't have that much room to walk around in, check stuff out. Which is a good problem to have, and it is literally right next to the liquor store, which is where I bought another Irish whiskey bottle. I keep on seeing this damn Proper 12, and I'm like, what the hell?
You know who that is?
Honestly, I don't know.
That's Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's.
I'll be damned. Hey, it's only 4 years old. But yeah, I see it all the time.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I was actually looking for some more independent, which I ran out of. It's actually in the other room where we've done most of our podcasts, just like I have Jameson Orange in it. But anyways, I had actually one bottle of independent Irish whiskey that I already went through. It was good stuff. What the hell was it? I can't remember. But I wish it was in there now. I could turn around and look at it, see what it's called.
Writer's Tears, I think. Was it?
Here's Writer's Tears.
Your yellow spot, green spot.
Yellow spot's back there. Green spot's back there. I got to get some yellow spot. So,
they got a red spot too.
Yeah, that's that list that's on my phone right there. It's on there. But yeah, I was trying to tonight's live stream. I was thinking, the more of the spirits and all that. That's the reason why I decided to come back here to try to lean you guys more onto what we do when it comes to sounds and spirits, because I think so far we've kind of focused a lot heavy on music, which there's nothing wrong with that, but also which helps me think about the blind taste, which Chris is waiting to open, I would assume, which I know Mike is not here right now, and I know there's been others that's talked about when you guys get to do the blind test and all that other shit. We could have done it last weekend, but I didn't want to take any chances of going over there. This would have been a post video because I thought I was catching a head cold, and I'm thinking, no, I'm not gonna. If I did, I'm not gonna give it to Chris and Natalie and the kids. That's just that's just stupid. So I just stayed home, didn't take any chances, and popped my airbornes and pissed like a wild man. So,
hey, it happens. Happens this time of year. Can't run from it.
No, I just don't. I don't know what it was. Just they weren't taking chances. So, I felt fine. Like, I guess 36 hours later. So who knows? It might have just been. I've had such major trauma issues with allergies this year. I mean, I'm on 2 different allergy pills right now. It's just pissing me off. So,
yeah, I always got fucking allergy problems. I feel you on that one.
But yes, we will get into the blind tastings. And Chris, actually, if you wouldn't mind, since we're here right now, I've seen a guy. It was so funny with the tequila, the turntable.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'd like to get one of them. Traditionally, I mean, there's people who have a bunch of different setups. Some of them do a blind where they pour it themselves, and then they'll have a turntable and kind of just spin it, walk away, and then come back to it. So they don't know which is which. They'll put like an A or a B or a 1, 2, 3 or something like that on the bottom there, so they can identify after they can look at it. And I mean, we're still working through those kind of growing pains. We do want to do it, but also I'd like to do some that are just featured. Like what's their name? The Bourbon Junkies. Sometimes they'll come on, they'll do their video, and then they'll just have one bottle, one new bottle that they'll focus on and be like, is this good or is it trash? I'm open to doing that. I'm open to doing blinds. I think they're all fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell myself, like, whatever we do, because I really do want to focus on those tastings and all that. And in fact, this is, I think, a good opportunity, Chris. If anybody's here watching right now and they're in the chat room, if you have any suggestions, if you've done anything, I've done wine tastings before, and it was, I think, a little bit easier. No disrespect towards wine, but let's face it, bourbons, and even whiskeys, bourbon whiskeys, they're a little bit heavier.
Sorry to interrupt you. A fly just flew into my beer.
Oh, wow. We're in the spring. It's already spring, folks.
I am so fucking pissed right now.
So there you go in the chat room. If you have any suggestions on how to remove flies from beer, now's a good opportunity to share.
I mean, I don't even want to get him out. I want him to suffer. I'm going to just dunk him in there a few times. Little bastard.
Just let him sit in there for a while, and after a while, it's just going to be a little chunk in your beer, and you won't even taste the fly.
Shit.
Oh, God.
What kind of a fucking idiot says, oh, there's a glass full of liquid, let me fly in there? Fuck's wrong with him? What a bitch.
I know this is completely unrelated to the topic of sounds and spirits and all that, but I was actually talking to Jake Patton, who's been a regular on the other channel and all that, because he was Horror Hound March in 20. We'll talk about that on the other channel more. But I screwed up and accidentally started watching The Walking Dead again. It's kind of like, the Breaking Bad with me. It's like, oh shit, why are you doing this? Because you have responsibilities. Now you're just going to fuck everything else because you got to be glued to your TV watching Breaking Bad again. The Walking Dead's kind of like that. Then I was like, got to thinking. Now, I don't obsess over zombies. Never have. But there's always that question. could you survive, the apocalypse or whatever the hell it is when it comes to zombies? And then it's like, you go back to 1969 with George Romero's. That's when it really started. And then I started thinking, now I know somebody has an answer to this. So I got to ask now, because I guess it is related to spirits. I don't know. I'm trying to find some bullshit there. But why do zombies have to eat people? Period. What is it about it? I mean, when we were alive, we weren't obsessing over eating people. So when you're dead, all of a sudden, brains, or you know what I mean? So what is it? I mean, is it just because George Romero did it back in 1969? It just makes sense. Let's continue this because it's gross and it's scary and
Probably.
Yeah.
That's probably exactly it. They fall into the tropes and they just continue on tradition. I feel like it had to come from somewhere, though. Somebody was thinking about it and they were like, okay, we have a flesh-eating bacteria that's turning them into zombies or something like that. Maybe all their brain is eaten away, so maybe they crave brains or something. I don't
brains,
know.
Yeah. See, that's the beauty of it. It seems like no matter what, I don't think it's going to matter if it's here or there, both channels. But there's always going to be something horror related to something. I think it was the fly getting into your beer. Like, oh no, it is horrifying. But yes, you're right. The Walking Dead here with Jay. The first couple, I thought honestly, there was a point of Walking Dead I found myself as I was watching it in the beginning. I'm like, why do I feel like this is the same shit over and over again? They're going back to go rescue someone. Why the fuck? It's the same, but I was still drawn in.
I will second that. I loved when it first started out. I loved Bernthal as Shane.
Yeah,
I thought Shane was great.
Daryl's always been my favorite. Daryl Dixon.
I just remember the first episode I watched, because it took a minute for me to like fully catch on, but once I did catch on, I think I watched the one where Merle gets his arm chopped off on top of the hospital. And I was like, what is going on here? What are they trying to do with this show? It's fucking wild.
Yeah, it was no doubt about it. I mean, it's so funny. Even my own mother, who does not like horror films at all whatsoever, but she was hooked on The Walking Dead because it's because you get involved with the characters.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, I said, believe it or not, every once in a while, that's exactly what happens in like these horror franchises. You get involved with the characters, and it's like us Michael guys, us nerds. We get involved with the Michael Myers. Sometimes the movie could suck, but does the mask look good? And is the guy who's playing Michael, was he good? Sometimes at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. Mm-hmm. And the survivors, that's just how it is, and of course the lighting and the blood. No. But,
I got
anything going. Go ahead. Sorry.
Elysian into Stranger Things finally because the new season.
That makes sense. Around. Yeah.
I told her I needed to binge watch all of it. I need you to do that so that you can get caught up and we can watch when it comes back on. I think she got through all like 4 seasons in like a week. I think she just binge watched the shit out of it.
Oh, you know what? Let me see something. I forgot to turn it on. I did it earlier. Dozer has now found a new spot, and it's usually right here, which is fine, absolutely fine. But he got kind of pissed off earlier when I had. Let me see if I'm just kind of curious. And everybody else can let us know as well. Hopefully the lighting will catch it right. Oh, it's not going to hurt you. I promise. He doesn't. Oh, cool. Good. I was worried about the shutter speed.
Oh, looks
pretty solid. Is the fan too annoying?
I mean, you can tell it's in the background, but I wouldn't say it's annoying.
Okay. He didn't like it. This is the sound. Because he's laying right there. So it's fine. If I would have only liked that spot so much, I could take my refrigerator, put it over here where the doors, because I can't do a door swing on this guy right here. The parts just they're not universal. So I have to fuck that. I'm not going to buy parts to do door swing. Folks, if you're like, what is he talking about, a door swing? Okay. You can, not all refrigerators, like say a side by side, you can't do door swings, but these you can. You can flip them around.
Mm-hmm.
Can't with this right there. So, well, I'll leave it there. It fits good right there in the corner. Because I cannot, because of the bar, I cannot have that sign there, and I got to have the refrigerator below it. I just, in my mind, it fits. So I can't have that there.
Okay, Monica. All right.
Yep, that's a Monica thing.
I have to sleep on this side of the bed because the sun rises.
Hey, I got to have my tequilas over here. Okay. My rums over here. And all my whiskeys and bourbons right over here.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
I mean, I got my own shit too.
And I'm very, very proud of this. If anybody's still watching, this is an actual barrel. Yeah, you can put tequila, bourbons, or wine or whatever. You can't get this anymore. So yeah, all right. I've had this.
You should make that your infinity bottle.
It's been in the infinity part of this bar, that's for sure. It's always been right here to the right. That was my point to and I've always had a light over here and this right over there. So yeah, I'm weird like that, I will admit.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, I got a question.
Real quick, if I haven't thanked you before, well, thank you once again. This is some really, really good bourbon. The Wellers.
Glad you like it.
Oh, yeah. Now, I will, in the future, not tonight, but I am going to try it because I do prefer mine on the rocks. I'm curious to try that in the future on the rocks, but not tonight. But it's some good. It's very smooth, and it's got a little bit of sweetness. I didn't mention that. I don't like to necessarily read what they tell you what's in it, because I think everybody's palates, let's face it, they're a little different, and sometimes maybe your palate will say, "No, it tastes like cherry" when it says it's orange. But I noticed there's just a little bit of a sweetness to it. Not really sweet, but just perfect. But yes, Kentucky straight bourbon, 107 proof. Yes, it's definitely a true whiskey, that's for sure. But this is some good stuff, and I'm glad because this will last me a long, long time. It'll be, a celebration sipper, just like Chris also bought me the year before on my birthday, the Red Breast. So these are special occasions, and I absolutely love Red Breast. It's one of my ultimate favorite Irish whiskeys, and special occasions on that one too. So you were saying, sorry.
I'm gonna find that Grey Coast. That's
oh yeah,
that's on my list. That is it's an Irish whiskey that we really want to try. I can't find it nowhere. I don't know if I can order it online somewhere or what, but I feel like it's not even expensive. It's just hard to find, I guess, around us.
Down in Kentucky, everyone who's watching right now, listening, here where we generally live, I just say southwestern Ohio to be, protective somewhat, which, it's southwestern Ohio. We're an average about an hour away from, the river right there, Cincinnati, Kentucky and all that. In Kentucky, oh my God, it's like a Toys R Us for, in this case, if you're out there searching for your bourbons or beers or whatnot, it is a haven of like, holy shit. There's a lot of stuff down there.
Oh yeah.
So
Candyland.
Yeah. I'll never forget the first time I've talked about it before, but Party Source. Whoa, man. Could you imagine if Buc-ee's, when it opens up in April, if Buc-ee's had a state liquor store inside that place. Holy shit.
Kind of surprised they haven't done that, honestly.
Let's see. It's in Montgomery County. Buc-ee's is, thank God, because if it was in Miami County, I don't know. It's hard to say. Because here in Ohio, you can only have a state liquor store in like one city per location. In Kentucky, they don't give a shit. They can put them right next door to each other. That is for sure. So, but yes, I didn't forget to ask you something. And I feel like I interrupted you earlier. Was there something that you were going to bring up?
No, I had a question. I know we're on Sounds and Spirits. Is it also linked to Meet Us?
Well, yeah, Meet Us in the Man Cave. It's theoretically Meet Us in the Man Cave's Sounds and Spirits. Where we
I'm just wondering, like this live.
This is live Sounds and Spirits.
On Meet Us in the Man Cave as well?
It's just Sounds and Spirits. It's not on both.
That's what I was wondering. That's what.
It's cool because I was trying to figure out the rules, and theoretically you have to set it up 24 hours ahead of time. Doesn't matter how many videos you have when you're using your computer. And I guess in the beginning I'd set that up because I was like, Zach's bowling last night. I'm going through. I'm like, oh shit, I hope I have enough time. But apparently I'd already set this up before. And I'm like, cool. So we could just do Sounds and Spirits live, which is, the whole idea, really, And I think we got, let's see here. Kentucky is the Bourbon Trail. Yes.
Party Source is great. They're getting a little big. I kind of like the smaller ones now. I like Stadium Liquor. I like Uncorked there. Hell, even the Costco up a little bit from Covington is nice too. I mean, that's good too. But you go down towards Lexington and shit like that, like it's over, dude. Like Lux Row is fucking insane, dude. There's so much good shit down there.
We've talked about it. Chris and I have talked about it, and we will have to make plans to go where him and I will actually take. This is a good problem right now because I honestly want to go to some beer distilleries. I see so many of them in Cincinnati, and I want to go to some of these places down in Kentucky. And the thing of it is, I know of a couple places in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. I don't know if you've been there yet, but if you haven't, it would be great because Fort Thomas is really close to Bellevue, Kentucky, which is, of course, is where Party Source is. But it's between the distilleries in Cincinnati and all these. It's like there's not enough time in one day to do a lot of shit. We definitely would need a designated driver for that, if you know what I mean. Especially those distilleries down there. Cincinnati, Ohio definitely has some great distilleries down there. That's for sure. But
I would love to go to definitely Buffalo Trace. Love to do them. I'd love to do Old Forester. They're some of my favorites, bourbon wise. And also Heaven Hill. I'd like to tour all three of those distilleries. They make good fucking bourbon.
I want to check out over in is it Madisonville? 50 West. It's off the State Route 50. It's an IPA, which I know you've seen, but I want to check that place out. So it's just a combination of uncorked. Yes, absolutely. I have seen that quite a bit. What is the name? Oh man, my mind's starting to do that. What is that place called? Blah blah blah. I'm visualizing it in my head when I'm in there in that area.
It's not Mad Tree, is it?
Mad Tree, yeah, I think so. No, Mad Tree 50. I know. See, the thing of it is, I know exactly where these places are. I could get us there in a heartbeat. Well, you know what I mean. The beauty of it is, and I don't
they
mean
got
to sound
they have a great distillery. It's so fucking good. I took we went to Jameson's bachelor party. We just went and we
Mhm.
bar hopped all those. We bar hopped Rheingeist, we bar hopped Mad Tree, and a couple other distilleries. We just went here, there, and just drank all fucking day long. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's funny if Todd was joining us right now. I know he'd go on and on about my bachelor party. The sad thing of it is, we had fun. It was we weren't play golf. I suck at golf. I got drunker and shit, so much to where I was passed out in the car while Todd and Pete went into some strip joint in Moraine, Moraine. I don't know, but that's how it ended.
Yep. Sounds like a rough night.
I had fun. I see. The thing is, I didn't want a strip club thing. I didn't want that kind of vibe. So they got what they wanted, and I got what I wanted. I just wanted to hang out with my buddies and have fun. And somehow, yeah, I don't know how the fuck we got there, but we did. And I was passed out in the car while they're in there having fun with the dancers or whatever. You know, it's probably a good thing Todd's not here right now. This is live, so if his wife is watching, I don't know anybody named Todd at all whatsoever.
Didn't happen.
Did not happen. And if it was a strip club, it's when they stripped the paint off of golf carts. Yeah, that's what it was. That's the story I'm sticking to right now. All of a sudden,
It makes sense. I like it.
Speaking of strippers, have you heard any great stripping, dance polling music lately? Since this is Sounds and Spirits.
You know what? Every Friday, I go onto iTunes hoping for the next, my next club favorite, my next twerk music, and I haven't heard anything good lately. It's been a while.
I was hoping to actually put a poll right here.
Hey, we all got to make money. I'm not judging.
If people want comic relief, there's comedians that make money, but man, my show would be just one time and one time only, because I'd fall flat on my ass and never get back up again. So, I'd have to make it count just that one time. But yeah, music. We talked about it the last time when we did Sounds and Spirits, when we had Andrew on, when we were doing Name That Tune, which, by the way, if anybody who's here right now, if you watched that episode where Andrew joined us, he was our first guest on Meets the Man Cave and now Sounds and Spirits. And I wanted to try to find a way to add some little bit of fun with music, Name That Tune, which I guess still kind of goes on, but it's a very simple concept. If you had caught that video, and if you're here right now, let us know what you think, and would you like to see more of basically Sounds and Spirits Name That Tune? And if you're not sure what that is, it's just basically you have someone who plays a song in the beginning of what we did here. Like me, I play a song for 8 seconds. Chris had to name the artist and the name of the song. If you got them both, you get 2 points. Boom, boom, boom. It goes from the second round is 4 seconds. The third round, you can make the choice of, well, I can name that tune in 1 second, and sometimes you have another choice, because if you can name that tune in 1 second, you win the game completely. But of course, that was just I guess you could say, the pilot version of it. Yeah. So as we were playing, Chris had some ideas and all that. So
it was the prototype.
Yes. So if you guys like that, if you're not quite, go check out that damn video. And if you'd like to see more of that, please let us know, because it is fun. And I already know I'll screw up every single time. If I'm the person that has to guess, the song and the artist, even though, because I know I will. I'll know that song like the back of my hand. I'll be like, oh, that's Kenny G-Spot. Damn it, I know that song.
You're onto something. You're onto something.
I just think it would be fun to do, because let's face it, I think a lot of people traditionally like to play, I guess, kind of games that you can all get into where it's not too difficult to do and all that. And I'd say, speaking of games, any news on the latest Halloween, but that's for the other channel. But fuck it, we're here. Any news on that? Has there been any updates on that?
Nothing on the game. Just watching some of the motion caption stuff going on. Nick is working very closely with a professional. I guess he's a motion capture artist. I don't know if he's been on other games. Pretty big dude, but he's working with him, and now I'm just kind of it's like soaking it all in, just watching Nick work.
Yeah.
He's strangling people and doing all that shit. So I'm happy for him.
If I have enough time, or if anything, I could always, make this into another video for that one there, for the other channel. I honestly think, as much as myself and I see others, I'm not going to put anybody else underneath the bridge, but I'll just say I've made it very clear. The last trilogy, it's not been my particular favorite. Kind of started off great, went downhill. But the reality of it is, what it's done for Nick Castle, I think it's been an amazing, not just an opportunity for Nick Castle to get his name back out there again, but health-wise. Nick
he
is
lost a lot of weight.
Exactly. And it seems like he's continuing that, you know what? He's exercising more. He seems to be staying slim. With Nick being in the game, being the original shape, thank God, which is so cool. If he's working with somebody, he's got to do a little bit more exercising. So this kind of, in a sense, I tell myself, there's another. I should be thankful for that trilogy on that. If it helped Nick Castle get up off of his behind and start getting more active again, then you know what? I applaud that. If that is one thing at the end of the day, then the original shape is getting back in shape, if you know what I mean. So,
I mean, we can apply that. We can apply that to a lot of things. We may dump on, David Gordon Green, Danny McBride, kind of regular around here, but what they did get right is they paid homage to the past. I mean, they brought back Carpenter, they brought back Jamie Lee.
Yeah.
They tried to bring back as many legacy characters and do what they could do with them.
Lindsay.
I feel like they paid a lot of respect to the past there. And
yeah, they did. They did.
In something like you're saying with Nick, I mean, I don't know if he feels like he ever got the credit he truly deserved, but after that trilogy, I think he really did. I mean, his name was like solidified. He is Michael. I mean, they finally paid tribute to him.
And it's like a revolving door of that Tony Moran issue. Here it is again. Here's Tony Moran again. Here's Tony Moran again. Tony is trying so hard to be more polite today because he's just desperately needing to go to any, convention.
That, bud.
Yeah. And whenever he tries to say something polite, that head of his still gets in the way. And he says, I've noticed here lately, he says, well, I am Michael Myers. He says, the other guys, they call Nick the Shape, but I am the Michael Myers, the original. I'm thinking, oh my God, dude, get up off of you were an extra, dude. You were a stand-in for somebody that take off the mask to look around the age that was supposed to be Michael Myers' age. Dick Castle did not look to be 20-something years old then. He didn't. You were a stand-in, motherfucker. Shut the hell up. Sign your damn autographs and just smile and be thankful.
I don't think Carpenter couldn't have gave a single shit at that point. He was like, man, we're, so close to probably finishing this movie. He was like, we need a rather, presentable face. Like, throw this mask on and go over there and do this scene. I think it was kind of something like that.
I'll be right back, Chris. I want to get into music. I'm going to grab something here real quick, just for the anyone who's watching right now. Be right. I was going to say entertain. Will take just a moment.
Entertain. Does he know me very well? What am I supposed to say here? Entertain. They are so entertained. I entertain the shit out of them.
Okay, awesome. I know I put you under a lot of pressure and all that, but I just wanted to get back into this guy right here. Chris, we did an unboxing. I was actually over there, and I'm pretty sure it's separated enough, but I wanted to get back into the music. Did you have you had a chance to listen to the soundtrack on this again, or any of this yet? I know you have your vinyl put up, but I didn't know if there was like a.
I've only listened. Yeah, I've only listened to it on Apple. I haven't listened to the actual vinyl yet. It's above the desk here.
Okay, I've listened to be honest, when I originally bought the 2018 before I bought this, which I did the unboxing over at Chris's house, and I'm really looking forward to listening to the rest of this because I mean, let's face it, it's John Carpenter and Cody and what's the other guy's name again? I always forget. The other composer. I always forget. I feel bad. But the box set alone, I'm hoping that it's still available without going to eBay, because there's. I mean, I sent Chris a screenshot of a mask apparently that's been on eBay for a little while now. It's a Trick or Treat Studios tots that's been. I can honestly say I've done a better job rehauling masks, and somebody has it priced for $40,000, and I'm not necessarily want to go. You can check it out yourself or whatever, or maybe I'll remember and post. But if you ever see these right here, the average price on these, you could buy them originally for $155. Yeah, you're probably going to have to pay more for that on eBay. But if it's still available now, I highly recommend if you want something that's spectacular to own, to have a part of your collection, because there's so much more than just the music here, which sounds great on vinyl. I know it's going to sound the same on this, but there's some amazing posters in here. It's just, if you want to check it out, I'll put a card. I'll try to remember put the card or the link to that video where Chris shows all of his. So I'm not going to open it up because there's a lot in here, and it wanted me to also bring into another box set, as Chris said. If you guys are a fan of Kiss, yes, Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Ace Frehley, and Peter Criss, there's a box set that's out now from the original lineup for Kiss, and it's, I don't even know the price, but I'll tell you, Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, I checked out this video on YouTube, and it's like twice the size, the thickness of this guy right here, and if it's priced at, let's say $300, it's well worth it. Because let's face it, Kiss has a history that's holds up on its own. But it's about that thick, and there's so much stuff, and there's a lot of bootleg stuff that nobody's ever heard before. So,
Daniel Davies.
Yes, that's it. Oh. Let's see. While he's gone, have you had or stole any Wolfie? Did I read that right? Let me see that again. I don't know.
If you had stole in the wolf,
I don't understand the question. I know Wolfgang recently had to he had to go to the hospital here recently, deal to kidney stone issues. When he said wolf, that's what came to my mind.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm blank on that. And we haven't been drinking nearly as much tonight too, so I'm gonna put this back.
I'm gonna grab a different bottle.
Oops. I know something I wanted to bring up real quick while he's going back there. I'm going to go into music. What are your guys' thoughts on the whole AI, artificial intelligence, when it comes to music this day and age? I am personally against it completely. I don't want to have artificial intelligence at all whatsoever when it comes to have anything to do with creatively. I keep it out. Keep it out of the kitchen, if you know what I mean. But apparently there are more and more and more the industry that's getting involved with the AI when it comes to music, especially when it comes to people from the past. And we're talking people that are no longer with us, where they're using the voices and all that, and even instruments and all that, which you can already hear that it doesn't sound completely right. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up.
Since we're on, we're kind of making this a Weller night.
I asked a question about music before while you walked away. So the whole AI thing, what people think about that. So if you see anybody respond to it,
Got a
so anyways, Weller.
12-year here. Also very difficult to get. I tried this and I was not particularly blown away by it. So I did kind of put it back and just left it alone. If I'm being honest, I definitely prefer 107 and foolproof. But you got to get, as they say, you got to get the rainbow. You got to get every color.
Taste it. Just taste it. Taste it. You know what? Now that I think of it, Chris, or anyone else, of course, do they no longer have
Stone Wolf
Bacardi's 151 rum anymore? I don't really go to look for it, but I haven't seen it in.
I thought they got rid of that.
Probably not a bad idea. Shit was dangerous as hell back in my day. It was great for fireballs, though. Oh, speaking of which,
God, man, that is so. That's too sweet. This thing is so fucking sweet, man.
Really? You know what? My bad. My bad.
What the fuck you drinking?
I mean, it's like vanilla extract, vanilla wafers,
Wow.
and a little bit of cinnamon on it. Oh man, it's so rich.
Okay, we had more of a. Let's see. They got rid of the 151. Yeah, I was supposed to make okay. How are you supposed to make liquid cocaine without 151 as well? That was I got some stories about that. What's up, guys? How you doing, Mike? Damn. Hey, Mike, earlier I honored I had some Merlot too earlier, so go ahead, Chris. I'm trying to open this bad boy.
I'm just I was thinking shit. I know they got rid of it at one point.
Damn.
Maybe they brought it back.
Bacardi. I have no idea.
Because at one point, like Bacardi was going for a lot of money. If you could find 151, it was going for a lot of money. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that was because they got rid of the 151, but maybe they brought it back.
I'll tell you what, I mean, okay. There was, I'm only speaking from my own personal experience. There used to be the last I had anything to do with DJing.
Why? What's that? See, why is Bacardi 151 discontinued? Yeah. You can't get it anymore. And if you can get it, people want an absurd amount of money for it.
The thing of it is, the 151, it is a great mixer, actually. It really is. It's not that, in other words, if you want to try something crazy, but it actually tastes better, take a Zima, if you can get a hold of a Zima, and in other words, you take a swig out of the Zima, to make some room. then add a shot of 151, and of course, just this. We're talking a bottle, of course. Take a swig, make some room, put a shot of 151 in it, just one little like that. Bring it back. All of a sudden, 151 and a Zima tastes better. I'm living proof. Been there, done it a few times, especially on vacation.
So fucking rich. Golly.
All
you gotta
right,
try this if you haven't, Scott. You like them. You like sweeter, right?
It's in between. In other words, it has to taste.
So
it has to taste. How can I put it? I am a citrus person when it comes to sweets, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
I'm I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like it too tardy, I guess.
I'm a salty bastard. I like bitter stuff. I like salty stuff.
Yeah, it tends depends on the mood or what I'm eating. If it's food, you know what I mean. All right, this is going for the proper 12. Daddy's home. Speaking of, which I can't have, I'd actually put a cherry garnish in this. Not bad. I always go with my gut instincts. That first taste, whatever my gut tells me, what would you add as a garnish? I would put a cherry in that bitch. Speaking of which.
So he's got that. Connor's got that. And then he has he bought a steakhouse. I don't know if you know that. He bought a steakhouse out in Dublin. And it's called.
And he's Scottish. I thought he was Scottish. No, I'm thinking of another actor. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of another actor. I'm sorry. You're on the dry wagon for a while. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. So I just catching up with the comments here with Mike's here and all that.
I have one.
Say about he bought a steakhouse. I tell you what.
He has a steakhouse, and he actually has a it's almost Guinness style, but he released a beer that in the same vein. It's got the nitrogen in bottle, or not bottle, but the little ball in there and stuff like that. I think it's called Old Forge.
Huh.
Old Forge. I know it's stout.
You guys can clearly see here on the table. This is a book of basically, it's what we call the Bible. There's actually 3 of them. I can't find my third one.
Yeah, there it is.
Big Dave's. Big Dave's. This is in other words, everybody that he's known. You would add your drinks into it. And of course, he has another brick in the house, or another brick in the wall, part 1, Scooter's original. And this was a 2-ounce of rum, Midori. Okay. My phone's up there, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
I've got 3 drinks that I came up with. Another brick in the wall, part 1, part 2, part 3. Part 3, holy shit. 2 ounces of vodka. Yep. 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of Seagram 7, 1 ounce of Midori, peach schnapps, Maui schnapps. That's a bunch of fruit drinks and all that. Banana beer, banana schnapps, and 12 ounce of beer. That's Big Dave's. But we have all kinds of shit in here. We had so much Howling Wolf. Oh yeah, this was good. Cream to mint, light rum, cream to cocoa, and cream. I mean, it's just, there is some good, and it's so funny too. Oh yeah, the German chocolate. Kahlua.
You got a B52 in there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
Oh, I love a B52.
Pretty sure there is.
There's another one that when I used to be a busser for Olive Garden, I would be bussing my tables, and then when I get caught up, I would go to the bar and she'd slip me shots. And there was this one that she kept slipping to me, and I got really fucking hooked on that thing. And finally, after like probably 2 weeks of drinking this fucking drink and just loving the shit out of it, I'm finally like, what is that? And she's like, you sure you want to know? And I'm like, fuck yeah, you got to tell me. She's like, that is called a cowboy cocksucker. I said, you've been feeding me a cowboy cocksucker for 2 fucking weeks now, and you made me fall in love with it. I fucking hate you. And she was like, oh, yeah. I was like, I can never order that when I'm out somewhere. Damn you.
Back on the 151, when I was doing the whole bar thing, well, the last year, like Todd and I and Big Dave at 10 o'clock on Thursday nights, so we worked Thursday, Friday nights. And I always had this rule, like, guys, I cannot, because I was trying so hard, even when I was younger, like, I got to try to be more responsible and all this other shit. So at 10, didn't drink anything. Of course, the bar's pretty dead, but Thursday nights at this one place, it got pretty busy. But we had a shot liquid cocaine, which there's different versions of it. But apparently our version was, well, it was pretty fucking strong. Because it was one part of 151, one part of Jägermeister, and one part of Rumpelmans. So that's over 300 proof right there in a shot. And we're talking, basically in a Roxy glass. And the shot, 3 parts, chilled, of course. And I'll never forget the first time I did it. And of course, the rule was after you do a shot of it, we're talking a little bit more than this without ice. It was like, chug it down. And you're supposed to jump up and down to get that alcohol supposedly drilling through your veins. And I'll tell you what, man, I was like, all right, come on, let's go. I'm ready to start the weekend right now. I have actually witnessed guys twice my size that they would do that shit and they would be puking their guts out later. And I honestly thought it's because they didn't jump up and down because they didn't get it. But it was a tradition every Thursday night. Shot time, Big Dave, 6'10". He was a fun guy to be. I mean, when somebody's going to take the time to make a website, bigdavesbar.com, and what they call Big Dave's Bible, to have 3 books with all this other shit, that ought to tell you something. And he would literally get in that bar and with the microphone from a distance, and he'd yell, "It's shot time," and he would say it for like a minute, and it's shot time, and we're like, damn. So, his wedding, we all, it's, time goes by. You don't do it nearly as much because that shot does eventually, even at a young age, if you don't do it every night or every Thursday night, if you take some time away from it, everybody's okay, liquid cocaine. I'm like, oh, fuck. All right. Just one. His wedding, it'd been a while. So there was like 12 of us doing it. I'm like, oh, I had already been drinking a shitload. I was in a vodka cringe at that time. I was doing tons of like vodka and Sprite and all that, or it was the absolute, like, not the, it was like an absolute orange or whatever. And that's all I was drinking all the time. Just absolute. And I was like, all right. So I can remember bending over as if I was getting ready to start a marathon. I think that might have been the last time I started. But yeah, those damn shots. I mean, that's 300 proof of you shooting it down real quick. And it's either going to agree with you or it's not. It doesn't matter how big or how small you are. So liquid cocaine. That is my 151 story. And I don't miss it.
I don't even know if I drank 151, I didn't fucking remember it. So if that tells you anything.
Well, imagine like the bourbons that you obviously have been purchasing and that you have collected, and you have the average proof, let's say about 100, let's say 107. And you generally take your time, you take it, you respect it, you sip it, and you're not shooting them down.
Now,
and
when I was a kid, that's all I used to fucking do. I was just fucking throwing it down as fast as I could. Now, no, I definitely want the taste.
Exactly. I'm not You got a drinking problem if you're just trying to pound them down. It's like that's when you might as well start drinking, Milwaukee's Worst. Just go buy you a case of Milwaukee's Worst. I'm not going to stop. No one's going to stop you. You have to be under control with that shit. But don't, but then the reality of it is if you got a drinking problem, chances are you are wasting your money on that shit every day. So sorry, I just started thinking of somebody who I know very, very well that did that shit way too much. And it's like, fuck, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, dude.
What are you doing?
Exactly. And it's amazing that you could see that person by 2 o'clock who had drank a case of Milwaukee's Worst somehow still standing up. Not with the wall helping him out. But it's like, fuck, man. I know if I was drinking, I would not be. A wall couldn't help me stand up drinking a case of that shit all the time. That is for sure. Folks, I know this is it kind of seems not exciting, but it will build. We will have more entertainment, but we thought just because it is Sounds and Spirits, why not do a live here tonight to have some fun and try to get things going and all that. And sometimes you have some topics that just seem to just blow it out of the park. Right now it seems like it's a lot of bit of, I remember back in when I was doing this back in all this other shit. But that's the whole concept, really, when it's sitting at the bar talking about the good old days. And what sucks is because I'd love to have music playing right now, but damn copyright bullshit. But I was apologizing about you leaving. I'm gonna have one more beer, and I'm thinking, should I go with Guinness or something else? I am gonna go with something else, and I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be a blind. Somehow I'm gonna try to do this blindly. You see the possibly right there, the little light down there. That's where I got my little one of my other refrigerators. And I'm gonna do this. I'll kind of grab it in the middle.
He's really trying.
What did I grab? I don't want to look yet.
I know what that is.
Oh shit! It's an Oktoberfest beer. Fuck it. There we go. So there's a blind tasting right there.
Hopefully a beer doesn't fly in yours. Or a fly doesn't. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So hit me with some music.
Okay.
Either that or I'm going to hit you with some real fast.
Okay. I'll tell you what. You go first because I am going to say the C word. It starts the C. And then we'll get into that obviously more down the road.
Okay.
You'll know.
I mean, I know already, but I'm just wondering where you're going with that. Well, anyways, Medium Build has a new album. It's called Takeaways. Fucking solid. You guys like kind of the alternative songwriter aspect of it? Check him out. Chance Pena released a deluxe of his last album. So good. Very, very good. And then Emery went back into the studio and re-recorded one of their albums that they recorded during COVID because they felt that it didn't reflect their best effort. So they went back in and recorded the whole album again. But White Line Fever, that just came out Friday. And, I mean, there's a reason they're my guys. They don't miss, man. They just make good music, period. And that's my 3. Hit me with 3.
We talked about it with it feels like it was last weekend with Andrew, and I have been going down I've been listening to a lot of the classics, in other words, for me, the 70s stuff. I think it has a lot to do, Chris, with the whole AI shit. When you walked away to get the Wellers and all that, or Weller, I'm pissed off about AI shit. I really am. And there's nothing that I could do about it, but I don't want AI involved with music whatsoever. Music is something that it's a creative part of you. It's okay. Here recently, music wise, Rob Zombie has recently shown his exhibit of his paintings and all that, and he seems really excited about that, which is great because it's a side of him that he gets to do. It's just him. There's no rush. There's no with the movie. I get the way he explained it. You have today on Tuesday we have to shoot this scene, and we have to get it done because an actor, his contract is only available to this time. So the pressure of getting shit done, it's got to suck. It's really, really got to suck. But when you're sitting down and you're painting, there's no pressure. You get it done when you want to get it done. Mm-hmm. Music's the same thing, unless you're working for, and I'm going to say Warner Brothers. And I'm not that I know for a fact, because I'm not a musician, but I know there's certain artists, they signed their name, the deal with the devil, and they've had to get so many albums out, or so many, top 40 hits out. I know Aerosmith went through that shit. Tom Petty went through that shit. I would be surprised if Taylor Swift goes through that shit. But, when you make a deal with a certain label, a certain record company, you have to put so much shit out. When you're doing independently, like you said, Emery, when you do it, they weren't, like you said, with COVID, maybe they weren't satisfied with it. It didn't go. You know what? Let's do it again. Let's just do this, fix this shit. I don't like this. That is what's beautiful about AI not being involved with music at all whatsoever. Get rid of that shit. And that's why I think I've been listening to a lot of the classic stuff here lately, because there was no AI with that. It was all analog. It was, reel to reel.
Sure.
It was musicians in a studio at times, all playing the song at one time. Or in other words, sometimes you'd start out with a drummer. They'd start whatever. I don't want to be too annoying with because I hear it big time when I do this.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's the drummer would start first, then the bass, and maybe sometimes it's the guitarist. Usually it's the lyrics that are last. But I think that's why. So for me, there's nothing new. It's just revisiting a lot. I've actually been listening to a lot of Black Sabbath stuff again. And holy shit, revisiting Ozzy's youthful voice. I don't think he does. I still think to this day he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. It's not that he has a Kelly Clarkson voice, but there is absolutely nobody on this planet that could sound like him. Even when he was 25 years old. And I just listening to it, it's like, holy shit, he's really good.
Can you highlight Jax right there? I'd want to speak on that for a second. Just the simple fact. I've seen some things with AI now. You say it can't create, it can only imitate. That's true to an extent. But there used to be a thing in hip hop, particularly, where they would call it ghostwriting. You would have like famous artists would have ghostwriters. It was R&B, it was soul, it was hip hop, it was there's any genre can have a ghostwriter. It would be pretty much like, say, Jay-Z's had a ghostwriter, Drake's had a ghostwriter. There's been several artists that have had ghostwriters, and
Ozzy went through that. Mama, I'm coming home. Don't mean to interrupt, but it's perfect analogy. Mama, I'm coming home. You know who wrote that, right? It wasn't Ozzy didn't write that song.
I've heard that.
Lemmy from Motorhead wrote that song. Can you imagine Lemmy writing Mama, I'm Coming Home? A ghostwriter. Sorry, I just thought I'd add that in because I was talking about Ozzy. And
Yeah, no, it's very prevalent. To that point,
I just realized I'm wearing my Ozzy shirt.
AI is essentially the new ghostwriter. Like in the old days, they would like Eminem did ghost writings for Dr. Dre, for Jay-Z. He wrote songs for tons of artists. That's perfect example right there. If they're taking and they're going into the AI and they're asking for lyrics to be written, yeah, it'll be their talent behind it singing it, but essentially they have access to an unlimited supply of ghostwriters. Like AI can just, if you go into Chat GPT now and you ask it to write a fictional novel for you, I swear to God, it'll do it, dude. In like a matter of seconds.
Yeah,
It's fucking wild.
They're already
So
making videos.
To that aspect, I do believe AI, that's where the problem has been, because there's always been stuff like auto tune and things that we would control to manipulate voices and manipulate tones and stuff like that.
Thank you, Cher.
There's things we've always done, but to this realm that we're diving into with AI, I believe there is a creativity aspect to it. I think that's why so many people are getting so mad at it, because like I'll watch some videos on Instagram, dude, and you kind of can't pick out whether it's fucking AI or it's not anymore. The lines are getting blurred.
It is. It's okay. You'd take you were talking about Pro Tools and all that. You take Trent Reznor from obviously 9 Inch Nails.
Mm-hmm.
He would actually take the tools. Well, not just Pro Tools, but there was another program that people still do to this day. He would, just like what people are doing today with AI, he would take that and do something creative with it, which is what you're describing right there.
Yep.
He would basically, okay, I'm going to go ahead. This is what I have right now. These are the weapons that I have. I have to figure out a way to survive with these weapons, but I still want to find something that I want to be in control of it. I have absolutely no problem when you're controlling it, but when the AI is controlling you, that's where I draw the line, that you're getting too lazy.
It's a perfect example, DMX. To his grave, he was one of the realest I've ever seen in the music business, period. And that's why I love him. I always will. He was 100% true to life, no matter if you walked up to him on the street or thousands of cameras were pointed at him. He was just same guy either way. Didn't fucking matter. And everything he would always say, when anybody talked about ghostwriters or anything like that, every time his answer, if you didn't write it, you got no fucking business singing it. That was what he believed, 100%. It should not be any other way.
I get it. Like Edward absolutely hated doing like Diver Down. That was their album after, of course, Fair Warning, and it has a lot of granted, technically they've had songs beforehand, but he hated Diver Down because it had a lot of like, you know, dancing in the street, stuff like that. It was the lyrics and all that, and he hated that. He's like, in other words, we're going into like the best of. He's like, or even like other songs as well. He's like, I'd rather fail with my own music. I don't want to fail with somebody else's songs.
Yeah. And
that always made so much sense to me. So much sense to me. I mean, it would be a major slap in the face if you're going to crash and burn and you're just resampling or retooling or, you know, Dancing in the Streets. That song was already written from, and then you're going to do it and it fails. Oh, okay. Yeah. You make a good point. You look like a horse's ass. So yeah, stick with your own shit. But you like you said, ghostwriting. It's been going on for so many. I mean, hell, Elvis Presley, for an example, there were songs that he had out that wasn't necessarily written by him. And there was other, blues artists that would perform that same song. I mean, it's been going on for so many years. I mean, hell, today, for over 20 years now, we've had two individuals that have written the majority of pop artists, top Billboard artist songs. You can look at them like, holy shit, that same person wrote the song for like Taylor Swift and Maroon 5. The list goes on and on and on and on. It's the pretty faces that they want to see, So it's disgusting. It drives me nuts. Got a lot of one-hit wonders on out there. That's for sure from somebody else.
You know what it is?
What's that?
Smelly Cat.
Best fucking written song of all times.
I love when she was like doing the music video and she was like, she was describing this lady and then she was like, oh my God, she's Smelly Cat. She is Smelly Cat.
And of course with Phoebe when she's got a cold, she's like, she wanted to get sick again because she thought she sounded so much more sexier when she was singing the song with the phlegm in her voice and all that. Again, that was hysterical. I unfortunately the way the camera's set up right now, it's hard to see it right now. There's a legendary photo of Edward Van Halen over my shoulder here, and Chris sent a video clip of a musician who was talking about pick styles and all that. And Edward has been for so many years. I remember back in the I was trying to explain to Chris something original that had nothing to do with AI. This is musicianship, creativity, doing something that you figure out on your own. And Edward, there's so many people will see stills if you're not into guitars or if you're not into playing an instrument. You will see, I've got all these picks over to my left. Okay, I'll just do this. You'll see so many, even instructors tell you how to hold a pick properly when you're strumming your guitar. It's usually that you're pinching it with your thumb and your index finger. And of course, we can go on and on there. But Edward, he taught himself to do his middle finger and his thumb to most of the time strum his guitar, play his guitar like this. He originally did that because when you're palm muting an electric guitar, which if you're going to play rock and roll, that's going to be something you got to learn. If you take your finger and your thumb and go like this, it's just natural like that. But he realized by doing this, his hand naturally, if you hold it down by your chest or your gut, your hand naturally turns. So your palm turns into your stomach, in this case, the guitar. So it felt like he didn't have to work as hard muting his guitar. And when he's done something that's like a fucking goddamn revving engine, that where you see Edward taking the strings that real fast, one of his guitar solos, he thought it was easier to do this, which makes sense. Take your wrist to relax it and try to go real fast. So it's like,
yeah,
you watch that guy take a fucking pick, right? He would somehow, you see people with the quarters and stuff, they rotate in their fingers. Like,
I've never been able to do that. Piss me off. I used to try to do that all the time.
Drives me nuts right now. I wish I had a fucking guitar. Well, he would actually take, it's like he obviously Edward with the tremolo on the wah-wah board. It's like, how the fuck does he hold the pick and do all the shit that he does? And he practice it. You'd see so many videos and photos of Edward throughout his younger years. We always had the fucking guitar. And one of the things that he was always practicing was either obviously just playing certain, exercises and all that, but it was also that fucking pick. It's the rotation of where sometimes he had to switch it from this to this so he could pull that goddamn wah-wah board up and to tuck it underneath his finger. It's like, you think of the old Western guys with their guns, right? The quickest draw on the left. It's like, this guy was always doing shit with that fucking pick. And it's so funny. It's like, when I was a little kid, and I was like, what the hell's he doing that shit? And he was showing me that video, and I'm like, oh, man, this takes me back when I was a kid. And all these other guys are like, probably the same thing, like me, but that really was drawn to, I got to play this guitar. I got to do this. They were watching that original shit that had nothing to do with AI, What? How is he fucking? What is he? How does he do this shit over a fucking guitar pick?
Yep.
That's why we love him. How does he do that when he gets drunk off his ass all the time, too? I don't know. All right. Well, Chris,
You got me.
I guess that was my lazy ass way of putting in my top 3, dwelling on the 70s, dwelling on Edward with guitar picks, and there's really nothing new that I have other than the fact that, yes, we talk about this all the time. But I honestly have to say, and I think Chris is ready too, the next time we do Sounds and Spirits, it's probably going to be a 2-parter where it's got to be done. We'll focus on The Cure finally. Why we've talked about it for a year and not actually done it, it's just going to be dedicated to The Cure, Robert Smith, and the other guys that have been in that band, you just got to go with it. Why is it that The Cure still resonates with you?
Me? Or
We'll
just rhetorical?
You and anybody else is still here if they like The Cure.
I don't know how else to put it besides that guy, that man, fucking Robert Smith. Pretty much the main sticking point for him is that he has a problem with somebody telling him the way things should be. You can call it rebellion, you can call it anything you want, but at the end of the day, the man's never cared what the fuck he looks like. He don't give a shit. You're gonna label him as an emo band? Fine. I'll fucking dress emo, I guess. I don't know. That's not technically what we were going for, but I'll show you emo. I'll fucking put all this makeup on. I'll do my hair all crazy. I'll do all that shit. I'll do exactly how I feel on the inside. I'll just put it on the outside. And he never has ever had a problem saying whatever he felt, playing whatever he felt, taking as long as he wants to bring a song to life. Not caring about being brutally honest with himself and everyone around him. It's really just, I mean, it's Robert for me. That just, I mean, he's the epitome of what you want from an artist.
Yeah.
An artist is just stripping himself bare and standing in front of the world and just saying, here I am. Fucking take it or leave it. I don't care. But this is actually me. That's Robert to me.
Yeah, to add to what Chris is saying, if you want to get a visual of an actual catching Robert Smith live without performing, if you go back in the archives and watch Robert Smith, The Cure, being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I believe was in 2019, and Trent Reznor was inducting him to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Trent Reznor has pretty much got the same. He's made. He definitely has a history of pretty much telling, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too. And because let's face it, I think a lot of you out there, if you're passionate about music, why is it that there's these certain individuals that are here already, but you have guys like, or bands or artists like The Cure? Why the hell have they been there? Rush is a damn good example. You had somebody who had a one-hit wonder. After 25 years, they go ahead and put him in. But I go on. Shut up, Scott. Let's get to the point with Robert Smith. But you'll see Robert Smith and other bandmates from past and present. And Trent Reznor's doing, obviously, his responsibilities up on stage, talking about, let's say, the business sides of it and all that. But he paints a hell of a good picture for it. And you can see the expression on Robert Smith's face. He does not give a fuck about any of that shit. But when the fans, when Trent brings up The Cure fans, then he smiles. that is one thing I've always loved about Robert's. He's always showed appreciation. He doesn't care about the industry. He doesn't care about, I mean, obviously, that's his job. He's made a career out of it since the mid to late 70s. As a teenager, by the way. Think about that. Being a teenager starting in the industry.
No way.
Say he's always showed appreciation towards the fans. Everything else, nah. My music is loved. It is sold because of you guys, not them. And that, to me, I always said, Robert Smith, if you wanted to see the definition, damn the man, there's Robert Smith and the definition, because he's definitely pointing the finger at the man. He doesn't give a fuck who that person is, because it's my music. It's, that's just I guess to go off what you were saying, because of course, like any fans of The Cure, I can go on and on and on what got me started and why I've enjoyed it so much. And right now, as I figure out a way to do it full circle, it doesn't matter how many times I hear Pictures of You, I never fucking get tired of that song. Never do. And that's like a lot of music from The Cure.
Yeah.
The Forest. Never get tired of it. I hear it. I hear that bass, or the guitar and the bass. And if you want to see somebody who's really good at playing guitar, watch Robert Smith, because he's done the leads most through The Cure's tenure.
I just love how he's never shied away from calling anybody out. He's had several beefs with people, with industry people, other artists. He just did not agree with how they were making music and why they were making music and what they were doing it for. And he had no problem just saying, I don't even want to be associated with you. I don't like what you're about. He never cared about the money aspect, what it was going to cost, the fans it was going to cost him. Nothing. That man, I mean, he just made songs according to how he felt. If he was going through depression, he made a depressing album. If he felt fucking happy, he made a club banger album. He made whatever he felt like. He wasn't dictated like, hey, we need another radio friendly album now. Like, he never gave in to that. He said, I'm going to make what I want when I want to make it.
Speaking of depression, I know for a fact you have a fan, probably the diehard fans of The Cure, Pornography. That album right there is very depressed. That's full of depression. I mean, he deliberately even made himself stay depressed when they focused on that album.
Yeah, he locked himself in a room, didn't he?
Pretty much. Him and the rest of the band. And it's a dark album, but the fans, it's almost like if you're going to take all the choices of albums, that would be like the top two of their favorite. It's Pornography. So all that. And if you're going through a heartbreak, if someone's fucked you over, Robert Smith's probably got some lyrics that you're like, oh yeah, he gets me. Yeah.
Yeah, he
gets me.
He's got quite a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And he also has the exact opposite too. I mean, this guy him and his wife have been married for seems like 30 years now. So he knows what he's doing there. So he knows what he's fucking doing. There's no doubt about it. So
took him a while to get there, but he got there.
There's a little teaser. It'll most likely be brought up again, because I have a feeling that when Chris and I get into The Cure, we're going to have ourselves on here and probably a couple other people that we've asked, hey, do you want to join us? And it's just, why, whatever it is, we'll figure it out about The Cure. I already know what I'm going to talk about it. It's pretty much, you got a teaser, and it's just, I guess this is my personal experiences of The Cure throughout my years, and how I feel like sometimes The Cure has saved my life. And like Van Halen, I can honestly say sometimes I wish I'd pick up that pencil, that number 2 pencil, and a pad and start drawing again and get lost in Van Halen and The Cure, because that's all I would listen to when I would draw all the time. So there's a hint of what I used to do a lot back in the day, which pretty much I already said right now.
You should.
Yep. So, yeah. Sometimes I feel like I could just sit here at the bar and listen to The Cure and just get drunk off the without a camera. So, you know what, Chris?
I hear you on that one.
I know it's getting to the point where it is. Oh, this is great. Folks, thank you so much for watching Chris and I do our first live stream here on Sounds and Spirits. I know it wasn't a blockbuster.
Well, we weren't expecting that anyways.
Pieces.
We have like 10 subscribers here. We just wanted to do something kind of testing out.
Yeah. I can honestly say I know I'm excited more and more and more about Halloween stuff. In other words, mask making. And I also have to address something on my original channel, that bar downstairs, an email that I got from YouTube. And I got to take the time to sit down in front of my camera and share that when that time is right, which is soon. But I honestly could say I'm looking forward to getting more creative when it comes to painting masks, hopefully making a mask or pouring latex into a cast, or just simply getting more involved in that community again. I know Chris and we've talked privately about Horror Hound Weekend in March. Hopefully we'll go to that. I know Jake's wanting us to go. I sent him something about a convention in Columbus, Ohio. I want to continue staying in that mindset, because it's about being creative without AI being involved. Because that's another thing I can definitely say as I shut up and let Chris say what he has to say. You can't get AI involved with Michael Myers. That's fucking for sure, especially if you're going to be creative about it.
Well, they did kind of try to do that with that CGI mask.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? That's stupid. No one cares. I'm seriously, I'm glad my mind has been sticking with, I even want to start thinking about what can I do to fix up my Leatherface mask? I just want to have some fun. And I look at that so much like, what if I could do something different with that tone? I don't know. But just something fun with it. So there you go. Just letting you know, we are excited about stuff with there. At least I am. And maybe I'll remember to talk about the latest bullshit that I heard about The Exorcist with Scarlett Johansson on the other channel in the future. If I remember, you'll have to help me talk about it. Yes, Scarlett Johansson is going to be involved in some future bullshit with The Exorcist. That's right. You heard me say it.
And did you see that they they casted fucking Jenna Ortega into another fucking, that's another horror movie.
She's getting typecasted in it. That's for sure.
Every fucking horror. We're all over the place. Beetlejuice, fucking Scream, fucking now Exorcist.
Unicorn.
What else was she in? She's been in that genre. She has to it's just running together too much. Well, yeah, Scarlett and Jenna Ortega is going to be in that Exorcist.
And the thing of it is, there's actually more. This is a good thing for us horror fans. There's more big producers getting involved with horror right now. And you know what? It's like, don't take away all the good shit. But if there's, you know what? We're never going to be satisfied. In other words, let me speak for myself. I'm never going to be satisfied of how horror is going to be created in the industry. But it's getting more attention now than it has in a while. So maybe this is a good thing. That being said, I hope to God the big head honchos stay the fuck away from Terrifier. Do not get involved with that. I want how that's being created to stay in its little box, because those guys still appreciate the good shit when it comes to horror.
I don't think Damien Leone would. I don't think he'd sell it out. That's his baby. I do think he wants to put a nail in the coffin, though. That's going to be the last one, I think.
The fourth one, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him because he gives us an opportunity to start something else, start something new. But right now, here we are, where we got Jeepers Creepers. Am I saying that right? No, Jenna Ortega is overrated. You know what? I want to say that too. I really, really do. I agree because, okay, this is the healthy heterosexual side of me. Holy shit! But I should say she's too young and she wouldn't give you the time of day, anyways. But that's that side that has nothing to do with the horse stuff. But yeah, she looks like. But then I tell myself at the same time, dude, come on. She really barely looks like she's not old enough. So that's another thing I start thinking, she's not that hot. But yeah, I think she is. She's got that same. What's that shit? Or shit. That woman from. I was going to say Triangle. Twitter or damn it, Twilight. Thank you. It took me a while. I knew it was a T word.
Oh, Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. I feel like she can only do one thing.
She couldn't even do that. She couldn't even do that.
Yeah, Jennifer Ortega, and I'm not trying to shame her, but she kind of seems like she is typecasted, but she's got that Wednesday vibe that I know she's been on. Is it Netflix?
Yeah.
You know, obviously from the Addams Family. That cold-hearted slave look in her face. You know, that. I don't know. There's just something about her.
She's Aubrey Plaza. Yeah, I know. It's very one-dimensional. Can't really ask more out of her.
And something else that I want to hopefully share on Meet in the Man Cave in the original here soon, even though I'm not like a diehard, but I respect everyone else out there who loves the franchise, and I do respect it. I was more of a fan from the original one. I don't want to say the second one, but I do also want to give some attention in the future as we get closer and closer to Scream with 7 that's coming out, in March, is it?
Yep.
I want to give some attention to that soon.
No, wait. Is it March?
I believe so.
I don't remember.
I just know we've got some OGs coming back to that. And fingers crossed with Horror Hound in March. I just kind of think, will she show up? This is just me. I have no fucking clue. But will Nev Campbell show up to Horror Hound in March?
That's my woman, man. I love Nev.
From what I've heard, the other two, Skeet and Matthew. From what I've heard, the lines are a bitch to get to them from recent cons. So, but I'm there for Tyler Mane anyways. And another OG another bucket list that I've got to take care of too.
Tom.
Yep. Tom Atkins, he's going to be there. So, yep. Some more good stuff to show down the road. So, well, I think between The Cure, we will get into that. Other stuff for the other channel. We've obviously talked about more bourbon and whiskey hunts. Yeah, I think we've put this baby to bed. Stuff that we're looking to talk about in the near future.
Yeah, just a little catch up live. No, just hang out. See if we could gauge the temperature of the sounds and spirits side of things.
Yeah,
I feel good about Meet Us in the Man Cave. I mean, we're seeing solid growth out there, and we'll just keep jumping back and forth like Hotfoot.
That reminds me, next weekend, Chris and I will be doing a post recording of it. We'll have a special guest on from someone who just got it started in the industry. He's been an artist for quite a while, but he's been showing some really special work with some Michael Myers masks. That's all I want to say. I'll give you his first name, Gary. We'll leave it at that because it's not a live, it's a post. Because I figure with, we owe that to that person. Live might be too much pressure on him, because It is nerve-wracking here to do. No, bullshit, it's not. But
It's really not.
for us, it's easy. But I don't want to put that pressure on someone new. But yes, that gentleman will be joining us. He's really looking forward. He's actually reached out to us, and he's seen his work on Facebook, and he's got some good stuff. He's also good friends with White Mass Productions. Let's just put it that way. So this should be fun. Should be fun.
Yes. And if it ain't, I'll make it fun. Don't worry, I'll have you guys laughing.
Just looking at Jenna Ortega again. I'll just start there. Oh yeah. Hopefully. You'll make it fun, and he'll have some flashback shit to show us. There you go. There's a little hint there too. So, alrighty. I'm hearing. Thank you guys who've been here. The small cast that we do have, and I will find something here, Chris. Where is it? What is it? I'm just waiting for Chris to say, "Hit that fucking button."
I thought you were going to go somewhere and do something. I don't know.
Okay, bye.
I'll hit that fucking button.
Yeah.